and the building shook. And I honestly just didn't pay any attention to it.
Must have been around 10 o'clock.
I'm not sure.
I was still here.
Yeah, right.
No,
I felt
9:58.
I felt something, but I didn't hear a boom.
I heard the boom. It was a
And I didn't.
And then I felt it.
Well,
And then it was over, just like that. I mean, there was nothing else to go with it. So I just kind of went on and didn't pay any more attention to it.
I was one studio over and didn't feel it.
Yeah. Well, maybe we absorbed it all here.
Maybe.
But then later in the hall, people said, "Did you?" They just said there's some kind of explosion. And did you feel anything? And
It
it's an
felt
earthquake.
to me like a rumble. Yeah, an earthquake rumble.
That's what they were
Just mild
initially.
rumble.
Everybody said, "Oh, it's an earthquake," but I don't think it was an earthquake.
Well, they called College of Charleston, and nothing registered on the seisma, whatever it's called down there.
And
so
I
it
checked,
was not an earthquake.
And I checked in the production room, and Scott hadn't been to the restroom yet, so I knew that wasn't.
Or
the
had
cause.
Mexican in over a week.
So I knew that wasn't the cause.
And you said in a meeting we had yesterday that people were saying it was a big tree that fell down. Or
yeah,
something
that's what
like
they were.
that.
They said, "Oh, a tree fell." And I said, "Well, how big was
Monster
that tree?"
What did the Angel Oak collapse?
Well, they said there was an explosion over on Johns Island at one point. So I just want Brad Franco. I don't know how to stop getting his tweets by text on my phone. So everything that he has going on in the world, I get on my phone.
So he was just making up stuff yesterday.
And he was following this story and off on every trail all day yesterday.
Tree fell, and he's more to come.
He's on. So he called the fire department out on Johns Island.
Yeah.
Nothing out there, no explosion out there. And I finally talked to him yesterday about 3 o'clock, and I said, "How's your hunt going?" He goes, "I don't think I'm going to get anything on this." He said, "Nobody knows anything." He said, "My feeling is it was probably a plane going too fast, and
Nobody wants to admit it.
they don't want to admit it. They thought it was a sonic boom."
So Roger Gaither was flying over Mount Pleasant
Roger's flying over
in that
that
wind-up
fast.
plane that he flies around that went too fast.
You know, now that you say that,
I'm just saying it could have been. But now that this morning they're blaming it on some kind of paranormal activity offshore is what I'm hearing. It's somebody broke through it from another dimension apparently.
No.
What did you call it?
The Seneca guns.
Exactly. They broke through. That's what they call it when somebody comes from another dimension. And
That's not
what are the
it is.
Seneca guns?
It is unexplained, so far unexplained phenomenon, felt along coast all over the world. And
so the whole world felt that boom yesterday?
No, it's just whenever there's any sort of coastal noise.
Everybody
like
calls
this.
it Seneca guns?
Apparently
Whenever
so.
it happens around the world?
Whenever it happens
Whenever there's
on the
coast?
coastline.
Yeah, because that's where the rift, when a rift occurs in a dimensional separation.
No, it says it's caused by gases released from the seafloor.
Yeah, right.
Or undersea landslides along the continental shelf, or the echoed sound of distant thunder or lightning-like electrical discharges, or even meteors crashing into the atmosphere at angles. So basically, it's just something that they've totally made up whenever they can't explain it.
Maybe it's still part of that satellite coming in.
That other piece, the one they were looking for. So we have no idea what that boom, explosion, shaking the earth was yesterday
It was a
morning.
pretty good
about 10
shake,
o'clock.
pretty loud boom, they
But
say.
we do know it was not an earthquake.
It definitely was not an earthquake, and
Yeah.
that has been confirmed by the guys that tracked that down at the College of Charleston.
Well, if you see anybody really odd walking around town today, it's probably the one that came through the dimensional rift yesterday.
And Bill Sharp didn't fall off of anything over at Channel 5,
Well, that
so it
explains.
wasn't that.
So it was the Senegal guns then, right?
Seneca guns.
Oh, Seneca guns.
It's on Wikipedia.
Yeah, sure it is. It happened here yesterday, and it's already
No,
on
just
Wikipedia.
the phenomenon is on Wikipedia,
That's
not
right.
the actual tied to the Charleston Seneca
Oh,
guns.
so this is not something Brad Franco made up.
No, this
for a
is
story.
actually from the paper. Yesterday
the
when I
paper
talked
made it
to
up. Okay.
Andy Perrott,
It says Seneca guns, just a name, not an explanation. It does not tell you anything about what causes the noise or the shaking, and it just
It's just it was the Senegal guns.
Seneca.
Seneca.
That sounds like something Frank Wooten had let them put in the paper. Doesn't it? We don't know what it was, so just call it the Senegal guns, and we'll go on with it. Yeah,
It's Seneca guns.
exactly.
Weasel Total Traffic.